And welcome to the Jersey Shore Basketball League Monday night action. Here, first game of our doubleheader. We got ACI Robin's Nest and WCT Warriors. As ACI won the tip-off, we're just about ready to go here. As a pass to a cutting Gio Panzini from Sam Fagan as he gets it right back. Top of the key three. That one won't go. Tough rebound, goes out of bounds. Looks like it was off the foot of Panzini. And we'll introduce the broadcasters for tonight. Alec Cradimal here with Ron Cornegay, league commissioner and former head coach and athletic director at Monmouth. As here's WCT on offense. Corner three, got it. That one hit by Quinn Peters, who's in the starting lineup tonight. WCT coming off a dominant victory by over 30 points against Seaview Jeep back on Wednesday night last week. Looking to build off of that victory. As here's Dwayne Jones with it, driving in, up and under. No good, but he got fouled. We know Jones is electric going at the rim, so we'll just go over the 5 on the floor to start out this one. So first for ACI Robin's Nest at the 2 guard spots will be Sam Fagan and Dwayne Jones, who's currently at the free throw line for 2 shots. Micah Kerr at the forward spot. And at the other forward spot, Gio Panzini. And at the big, as always, for ACI Robin's Nest, Jarrett Kimbrough. As Jones' first free throw is off back iron. And for the WCT Warriors, 5 on the floor. At guard, of course, as always, Andre Wells, as well as Ryan Savoy. Janoop Dubal out there, as Jones' second free throw is good, who had a really great game on Wednesday as well. Also out there is Griffin Lindstra, as a three-pointer from WCT won't go. As well as Quinn Peters at the forward spot, as well as Ryan Savoy. All right, so we got our starting 5. We've gotten a few minutes into here, or 1 minute, I guess, to be exact. What are you looking for in this game, Ron?
Well, I'm looking for WCT to really get going and, take the quick three. They love the 3-shot. And when they start hitting threes, they're going to be difficult to contend with.
And we saw that in that game on Wednesday night against Seaview Jeep as a miss by Panzini. Dubal going the other way. He lost control of the handle, but it bounced right over to Peters. Dubal gets it back, working on Panzini. Thought about a 3, drives in, uses the forearm, drives, and lays it up and in. Dubal coming in from Portland. He will play for Monmouth this coming year. And we saw a WCT team with a pretty solid Monmouth incoming transfer last year with Abdi Bashir, and now Dubal takes over. So 5-1 lead early on for WCT is a nice pass from Fagan out to Dwayne Jones. His 3, got it. As ACI cuts it down to a 1-point game, 2 minutes in. Going the other way, here's Andre Wells driving on Fagan. Gets stonewalled, kicks back out to Quinn Peters. Wells gets it right back, driving once again, Euro step, lays it up, and that one's good. A really pretty move from Andre Wells, and we know how good he is attacking the basket. 7-4, WCT ahead early. Now Micah Kerr with it now. Over to Kimbrough, now Panzini. Kimbrough gets it back. Pump fakes the 2. Fall away. Oh, that one's blocked by Savoy from behind, but it goes right to Kimbrough. Oh, what a spin move, and he lays it in. Great move in the finish from Kimbrough and makes it back to a 1-point game.
Okay, Kimbrough's good. He could take it inside and from the outside.
Savoy with the size mismatch on Fagan. Drives and gets the shooter's roll off back iron to push the lead back to 3 for WCT. Yeah, you're right. Kimbrough, really well-rounded inside-out big. He's shown flashes of a jumper as well from that NBA three-point line. As there we go. He'll try one from out there and can't knock that one down. As the rebound, Panzini and Lindstra were battling for it. Go off Panzini, and WCT will have possession 3 minutes in. As Kimbrough's going to tie his shoe at midcourt real quick. Both teams trying to get back to 500. They're both 1-2 in the early season so far. As here comes Wells. Kicks out Savoy. Driving in. Gets stonewalled on defense. Panzini on him as they'll give it back to Andre Wells. Driving on Dwayne Jones. Lays it up. No. But he got fouled. So he'll head to the free throw line.
I really like Wells. He's quick. He can get to the basket. He can shoot the 3. He had a great college year this year. I think he's come back into the summer league this year, and he's a much better player than he was last year.
And that's really saying something considering how good he was last year, particularly down the stretch.
Absolutely. He played a great playoff last year.
As his first free throw is off back iron, helped WCT reach the semifinals last year. Had some really exciting matchups down the stretch for them. Wells playing his college basketball at William Patterson as the second free throw is up, and that one's also off back iron. Rebound goes right to Dwayne Jones. Here he comes the other way. Another guy who can really get to the basket as a guard. Working on Ryan Savoy, crosses over in the corner. Now picks up his dribble, finds Kimbrough. Now reversing the floor to Panzini. Kimbrough gets it right back, steps through, puts up the layup through contact. Got that one to fall. That was a nice finish from Kimbrough. As here comes WCT right the other way. Duval thought about the three on the crossover. Now crosses over once again. A one-handed hook shot. That one won't go. Nice defense from Kimbrough. Here comes ACI the other way. Panzini looking to go coast to coast. Oh, Quinn Peters telegraphed that pass, intercepted it. Here he comes the other way. Got it to go through the contact from Kerr. Peters goes coast to coast and it's back to a three-point lead for WCT. As Kimbrough gets it on the block against Duval, just rises up for the hook shot. That one's good. Again, Kimbrough really solid on that low block, especially working against Duval, a guy who has a couple inches on as well. Goes the other way and draws a foul before the, well, there was no shot attempt, but it was before there would have been a shot attempt. They'll get Panzini on that one. Second foul on ACI in this first quarter.
Okay, Kimbrough has shown us his complete game. He can do it inside, he can do it outside.
Duval from way downtown. That one won't go, but an offensive rebound by Savoy. He's left open. He'll just pop it from the mid-range and got it. Savoy gives WCT another three-point lead. Here comes Jones the other way. Get it right back to Kimbrough, once again guarded by Duval. Jones gets it back, now working in the corner on Quinn Peters. He'll step back, taking a two, as that one off the side of the backboard won't go. Savoy working the break, kicks out for Duval. Looked like it was supposed to go to Linstra, but he does end up getting it after it went through the hands of Duval. Linstra steps through, can't get the floater to fall, left it short, and it's rebounded by Kerr. ACI moving the other way quickly. Here comes Jones. Oh, a nice kick out for Panzini. Corner triple, got it. And this game is tied midway through the first quarter. Here comes Duval the other way. Drives straight into the chest of Panzini, and that's going to be a charge. Nice job by Gio Panzini putting his body on the line. As we are tied midway through this first quarter. I mean, Ron, what have you seen from this game so far? You know, I know you said that you want to see WCT put up some threes. I mean, how do you feel like they played on offense?
So far they're playing well. They're looking to their stars to get the ball and do what they have to do. But I think they've got to get down the floor a little bit quicker, take that shot a little bit faster because they're more quicker than the other team, and they can shoot the three.
So with 4:50 to go here in the first quarter, tied at 13 between ACI Robins Nest and WCT. We'll take a quick break for the media timeout. On the other side, more first quarter action coming up for the Jersey Shore Basketball League. Alec Cardinal here with Ron Cornegay back at Manasquan High School for the first half of our doubleheader on Monday night here for the Jersey Shore Basketball League. It'll be ACI Robins Nest with it. Working in the front court, it's Kerr. Kicks out to Sam Fagan, who's left wide open from three. He'll pop it and got it. Giving ACI Robins Nest the lead back on that triple from Fagan, left wide open out there. He's not going to miss too many of those with 4.5 to go in the first quarter. Here comes Savoy the other way. Dribble handoff to Griffin Linstra as he gets a screen from Scott Gemesi, who recently checked in. Kicks out to Savoy. Can't get that one to fall. A putback attempt from Linstra won't go, and it'll go out of bounds. Refs say it'll be ACI Robins Nest ball. So we'll go through, I believe Gemesi's the only sub so far, as he'll come in for Duval. All the other starters remain in the game. ACI Robins Nest ball. Here comes Jones, bringing it up the other way. He'll kick out to Kimbrough at the top of the key. That's where a lot of their offense comes from, as he's directing traffic. Working for a handoff, finds Kerr in the short corner. Backing down his man Peters. Now kicks back out to Kimbrough. A bit of an off pass, and it's picked up by Savoy. Ooh, a pretty behind the back pass, and Wells finishes the highlight move for two. And that pulls WCT to within a point.
That's that fast break we're talking about. They took it to the hole, and Wells finished.
And Savoy with a really nice setup going behind the back. Panzini kicks out to Fagan in the corner. Now back to Kimbrough. They work a give-and-go game as Kimbrough rolls, kicks out Kerr, top of the key triple. That one's good as well. ACI Robins Nest starting to wake up a bit from 3 with under 3.5 to play in the first quarter, and now they lead by 4. It's their biggest lead of the game. Wells goes under the basket, kicks out for Lindstrom, got it in a foul. Lindstrom had so many memorable moments in this gym here. The former Manasquan standout led them to the state title this year, and he's headed to the free throw line for 2.
It's exciting watching Lindstrom play. I watched him for 4 years at Manasquan, and he's a very, very solid player on both ends of the floor.
Going to be playing his college basketball at Tufts. As some subs for ACI Robins Nest. Sam Fagan and Gio Panzini take a seat. In comes Tyreek Montgomery and Lucas Orchard for the first time tonight. As Lindstrom knocks down both, and it's back to a 1-point game. This game's been played mostly between 1 and 4 points through the first 7 or so minutes, as we got 3:10 to go here in the first quarter. Here comes Jones. Kicks out for Orchard. Pull up mid-range with Lindstrom guarding. That one's short, and Lindstrom gets the board. Here he comes the other way. Leaves it for Peters. High, arcing 3. Got it. And WCT takes the lead right back. 2-point game as Montgomery just checked into the game, drives and kicks out for Kimbrough. Oh, what a Euro step. Floats it up, and that one's good. Man, Kimbrough has a solid handle at the big spot, and his length really gives him an advantage when he's finishing at the basket. Here's another 3 for Peters. That one's short. Montgomery rebounds. Now cross-court pass to Jones. Catch and shoot triple from the wing. That one won't go as Orchard tried to save it, but right into the hands of Andre Wells. Here he comes the other way. Leaves it for Jamesi. Now backing down Kimbrough. Little baby hook. That one can't get off the front of the rim. Montgomery, another rebound. Here comes Orchard. Gets it right back to Montgomery. Catch, shoot triple from the wing. That one looked like it got blocked by Savoy. It was way short as Lindstrom comes up with the rebound. Here's Jamesi again. Leaves it for Lindstrom again. Free throw line jumper. Short. Kimbrough rebounds. Now we're going to slow it down a little bit. Here comes Dwayne Jones the other way. Leaves it down low for Kerr. Puts it up. That one blocked by Jamesi and picked up by Lindstrom. Now bounce pass to Andre Wells. Transition opportunity. Another Euro step, but good timing by Tyreek Montgomery as he forces the turnover.
That was a solid defensive play by Montgomery. Wells had an open shot. Knocked it out of his hands on his knee, going back the other way.
As Sam Fagan checks back into the game, he'll come in for Micah Kerr, who will take a seat. And yeah, it's all about timing on those attempts because you time it wrong, you're too early, you just miss altogether. You're too late, you get the wrist, and they're headed to the free throw line. But really good timing by Montgomery. He's been a nice spark plug in the couple minutes since he's checked in.
Absolutely.
Here comes Dwayne Jones the other way for ACI Robins Nest. Game once again deadlocked, this time at 21 with about 90 seconds to play. In this first quarter as Kimbrough kicks out for Montgomery. Jabs left, drives right on the baseline, pump fakes, leaves it for Kimbrough. Now a fall away, Jay. That one a little too strong. Rebounded by Quinn Peters. Now Lindstrom will get up to Andre Wells, guarded by Fagan. Crosses over, drives to the left, falls away. That one won't go. Fagan comes in for the rebound. As on the break, leaves it for Montgomery. Kimbrough at the top of the key, drives straight in on Jamesi. Nice layup. That one around the rim, and it falls in. And again, that handle from Kimbrough really gives him an advantage over some of the other bigs. Here comes Lindstrom, and he lost control of it right into the hands of Dwayne Jones. Here he comes on the break. Picks up his dribble, leaves it for Fagan. Thought about a 3, but he'll drive it instead. Leaves it for Jones. Wide open 3 from the top of the key. That one too strong. Both Wells and Montgomery both went to the floor in opposite directions, but no whistle either way as here comes Ryan Savoy the other way. Nice behind the back dribble. Gets switched out on the Kimbrough. Takes the open 3. That one too strong. And Kimbrough gets the rebound. About a 3 or 4 second difference between shot clock and game clock. 20 seconds left on the game clock, 16 on the shot clock. Here's Jones at the top of the key. Guarded closely by Peters. As Jones leaves it for Fagan. He'll take the contested 3, leaves it short. Now 10 seconds left for WCT. They can hold for 1. Here comes Savoy, moving quickly down the front court. Drives in, kicks out, wide open Andre Wells. 4 seconds left, misses. But Jamesi's right there for the offensive rebound and the putback. And that's how this first quarter will end. Deadlocked at 23 after a quarter between ACI Robins Nest and the WCT Warriors.
I tell you, the thing that's going to make a difference is Kimbrough. I mean, he's been the most aggressive player out. He's going to the hole. He's bigger. He's stronger. And they've got to slow him down. But right now we got a 23-23 score. and that's exciting.
Definitely is. Tie game. Don't go anywhere. More to come here from Manasquan High School after this short break. Second quarter coming up for JSBL action. Back here at Manasquan High School, 23 all to start the second quarter between ACI Robins Nest and the WCT Warriors as Andre Wells kicks off the second quarter with a bang with a pull-up three-pointer to give them the lead right back. And third three of the game for WCT. First one by someone not named Quinn Peters. He had both of them in the first quarter. As here comes Fagan the other way, kicks out for Dwayne Jones, jabs, drives baseline, leaves it for Kimbrough, a little bit too high. And it's picked up by Jamesi going the other way for WCT. Oh, tried to find Duball, but once again, Tyreek Montgomery there for the steal. Leaves it for a wide open Lucas Orchard, and he converts in transition to bring it back to a 1-point game. Here comes Ryan Savoy. Hands off Janute Duball, who got a little bit of a break late in that first quarter. Guarded by Fagan. Now Jones switches onto him, picks up his dribble, kicks out Jamesi. Catch and shoot triple. That one off the front of the rim, almost got the bounce, but a nice offensive rebound by Tim Johnballa, who checks into the game to start the quarter. Duball, pull up mid-range. That one won't go, and we're going to get a foul away from the ball. They'll get it on Jamesi, who was trying to clear out on the rebound attempt, clear out Orchard. As Micah Kerr will check in for Jared Kimbrough, and Dwayne Jones will take a seat for Gio Panzini. And as Kimbrough takes a seat, he had 10 points to lead all scorers in that first quarter. He was really doing it a lot, creating his own shots as well. As here's a three from Kerr. That one off front iron. Here comes Savoy with the rebound and working the other way. Gets left open, thought about a three, but instead gets over to Jamesi. Savoy will get it back, guarded by Fagan. He'll just pull up from three and got that one to go. Nice job with the pull up from Ryan Savoy, and he can stretch out his range a little bit. He's really good inside, but can also open it up, as here is another three on the other end from Orchard. That one won't go. Duball with the defensive rebound. Here he comes the other way. Has the size advantage on Fagan, backing him down. And he gets it right back. Fagan not backing down from the challenge, though. Orchard there for the help. Duball pulls up. That one won't go. And another rebound for Tyreek Montgomery. ACI Robins Nest trying to cut into the lead as Montgomery on a give and go from Panzini. Oh, almost got the cut, but he got it back anyways. As he finds Orchard in the paint. Kicks over to Kerr. 8 on the shot clock. He'll just pull up from the corner. That one around the rim, no. Nice offensive rebound for Panzini, and he got fouled on the putback attempt, so Gio Panzini will head to the free throw line for 2 shots. Panzini currently at Cornell, also played his high school ball around here as well at St. Rose.
I'll tell you, he is a tough player. I remember when he transferred to St. Rose last year. He had a great year, and he's doing very well up at Cornell.
He's just a solid player in really all aspects of the game. He's really good defensively as he just misses his first free throw. He can also shoot, he can also take some shots sometimes. He's a really good rebounder. He's one of those connecting pieces that you really need on some of these teams.
He's one of those guys that everybody got to have to be successful. He can do everything well, and with him, you're going to win.
Absolutely. As he makes the second free throw, it's back to a 3-point game. Goes 1 for 2 on the trip. As Duball gets the handoff and Panzini switches on to him. Screen from John Balla, and now Orchard switches. Duball driving, and he got stripped by Orchard. Comes up with the ball, and here comes Fagan the other way. Kicks out for Jones, drives in, and he got fouled. Bit of a later whistle. I believe it's going to be on John Balla. And yeah, it will be. But Jones had the step. That'll be John Balla's second. Jones had the step, so John Balla didn't really have much of a choice there to prevent the easy basket. As a side out goes to Jones, guarded by Savoy once again. Now Panzini kicks over to Orchard. Working on John Balla. Stops at the block, fires out to Micah Kerr. 3 on the shot clock. They got to get something up. Fagan triple from way downtown. He's got it. And Sam Fagan can really shoot it. And he ties this game right back up 3 minutes into the second quarter.
I'm pretty excited about watching Fagan play. He was injured quite a bit at Monmouth, and now he's out here playing and playing very, very well.
So here comes Wells the other way. Puts in the floater. Nice assist by Ryan Savoy as well. And that'll give WCT the lead right back. Yeah, Fagan, really solid point guard. Really great playmaker here for ACI Robinson, as he has been for the last couple years. He'd also shoot it as well. So here's Jones. Drives in, stutter step, up and under, over Dubal's outstretched arm, and he got it.
Beautiful move.
Dwayne Jones, one of the best guys pound for pound at the guard spot, driving to the basket. As Savoy finds a cutting Wells. Good defense by Jones as he tips it out of bounds. We'll get some subs for WCT. Griffin Linstra and Quinn Peters both check back into the game. They come in for Scott Jumesi and Ryan Savoy. As Dubal gets the inbound, driving on Panzini. He's already drawn a charge against Dubal once. Now a fall away Jay. That one left just short off the front iron. And here comes ACI working the other way. Here comes Jones. Stutter, dribble. Oh, he moved it through. Dubal almost blocked it, but it just went off back iron. But out of bounds on WCT, so ACI will get a fresh 14 seconds on the shot clock.
I thought that might have been a goaltend because the defensive player did hit the rim, but maybe the official just missed it.
It was definitely close, and Dubal with that long wingspan, he can really jump as well. As Fagan on the inbound finds Jones. Working on Griffin Lunstra. Crosses over, gets into the paint, and a nice help from Dubal. As that gets stolen away, here comes Wells the other way. He'll bring it back out without numbers. Driving on Micah Kerr. That's a nice crossover. Finds Linstra. He gets left open and drives in for the basket. That's nice the gravity. Move. Yeah, that's the gravity that Andre Wells has. As Dwayne Jones responds at the other end with a layup, and we are once again deadlocked. This time at 33. Here comes Linstra. Kicks out for Wells. As he's crossing over, drives in, leaves it for John Balla. Driving it on Kerr. Jumper, that one might have been blocked, but went off the hand of Micah Kerr, so it will remain WCT ball. And yeah, that's the gravity that Wells forces defenses to adjust to with his handle. Leaves a guy open on a cut, and Linstra finishes.
Well, he's so quick. If you back off him, he can hit the three, but if you don't, he's going to take you to the basket.
Yeah, not a single second that you can not watch him. As Dubal on the pull-up triple got it to go. And it looks like actually they'll call that a 2, but either way, Dubal gives WCT the lead right back midway through this second quarter. Orchard gets the long skip pass in the corner and gets ripped, but they're going to call a foul, I believe, on Dubal is who they'll get it on. That'll be the third of the quarter on WCT. As Ryan Savoy will check back into the game for Dubal. That's his third. All right, so that's a pretty big foul. You definitely do not want to lose him for the game. You do have 6 fouls to work with, but picking up 3 in the first half generally means you're probably going to sit for a little bit. As here comes Jones off the inbound, kicks out Orchard. Nice ball movement from ACI to Micah Kerr, who knocks down that catch-and-shoot 3, and it gives ACI Robinson the lead right back. Here comes Savoy the other way, leaves it for Wells. Crosses over, ooh, that was a nice move. Drives, and he got fouled from behind by Panzini. So Andre Wells will head to the free throw line for 2 shots.
That's that quickness we were just talking about. He took him to the right, crossed over, boom, got by him, got fouled going to the inside for the layup.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of those moves that, I mean, Panzini's a solid defender, but not much you can do there with how quick Wells is. So that'll be immediate timeout with 4:39 to go in this first half. 36-35, ACI Robinson leads over WCT Warriors. But Andre Wells headed to the free throw line for 2 shots coming up after this break. Welcome back to Manasquan High School JSBL action, a doubleheader. Alec Cradhamel, Ron Cornegay, the league commissioner here with us to bring you the action as Andre Wells heading to the free throw line for two as that first one's up and he knocks it down. And I mean, it feels like the talent in this league, granted I've only been around, this is only my second year here, but it feels like the talent in this league, it's a really nice balance of guys that are currently playing in college, guys that are kind of burgeoning at the college level, a guy like Andre Wells as he rises up for his second free throw. That one's good. And also guys who are established pros elsewhere.
Well, I love the games. But you look at here, you're seeing players from all levels, as you said. Everybody can play. There's no surprises here. All players here in this league, you got to be able to play or you wouldn't be here.
Absolutely. As here comes Dwayne Jones driving it up and under. Oh, and it just fell off the rim. Timely rebound by Orchard. Kicks it back out to Jones. Redemption, got it. As he gives ACI Robinson the lead right back. It's been a really back and forth first half as a whole. Neither team has been able to pull away just yet. As Savoy thought about the three. Kicks over to Peters, who has 2 threes of his own already. Now pass to John Ball, bounced off his hands, but right over to Griffin Linstra. 9 on the shot clock. Linstra drives in, fall away mid-range, gets that one to go, and WCT takes the lead right back. He's got the good size at the wing spot and has some solid shot-making ability from the mid-range as well to pair with it. So here comes Jones the other way. Kicks out Kerr, has a couple threes already, can't knock that one down. Took some contact. Now John Balla in transition, rises up. Oh, he had bad intentions with that attempt, but he got fouled by Dwayne Jones, who was coming back to help defensively, so he'll head to the free throw line.
Jones wasn't going to give him an easy layup, so he took it to him and caused a foul, but now he got to make the 2 foul shots to make it worthwhile.
Absolutely. Good hard foul to make sure that they earn it from the line. As John Balla sets and fires. That one's good. As Sam Fagan will check back into the game for Lucas Orchard. 1 free throw coming up for John Balla, who didn't score in that first quarter. As his second one's up, and that's good. So he gets into the scoring column for the first time tonight, and it pushes WCT's lead to 3 with 3.5 minutes to play.
John Balla, he came in the league a couple of years ago with Brookdale, where he played at in college, and he's improved so much. And I think a lot of it had to do with his time here in the league. As
Kimbrough knocks down a 3 to tie it, that Brookdale team, really, really good one. We see a lot of standouts from that team. A guy like Kevin Mateo on Stearns trailer as well. As now Peters gets it at the top, and Kimbrough almost picked off the pass intended for John Balla. Kicks out for Savoy. 8 on the shot clock. Savoy will just rise from the free throw line and knock it down. Savoy's had a really nice game so far tonight, and it'll give WCT the lead right back. Feels like every other possession the lead is changing, or we're tied again. It's been a back and forth game as great ball movement from ACI. Panzini kicks out wide open Kerr. 3-pointer, got it. Micah Kerr knocks down another 3. And ACI's ball movement, especially these last couple possessions, has looked really good.
I tell you, he's impressive. I think he's hit at least 3 threes. He's been effective.
And Peters responds to the other end with a 3 of his own. That's his 3rd of the game. And, of course, now WCT takes the lead right back once again. In the first quarter, we had 3 lead changes and 3 ties. That number has certainly increased by plenty in the second quarter as Kimbrough can't get the finish, but he got fouled on the way up, so he'll head to the free throw line for 2 shots. That's the 4th in the quarter on WCT. Only 1 away from the bonus. They'll get Sean Balla on the foul. That's his 3rd.
Kimbrough has been very effective taking the ball to the basket. He can put it on the floor. He's 6'8", 6'9", puts it on the floor, takes it to the basket. You've got to play him, and you got to play him tough or he's going to score.
And even if you do play good defense, as first free throws off back iron or front iron, even if you do play good defense, he has the wingspan and the length to just rise up over you. We've seen him do that a few times tonight as well.
Absolutely.
Scott Jumessi will check back in to the game for John Balla, who picked up his 3rd foul. So Duball and John Balla both with 3. They're currently on the bench. As Kimbrough's 2nd free throw, once again off front iron, but it falls in. So it draws back to a 1-point game in favor of WCT. Here comes Linstra the other way. Hands off to Wells, gets a screen from Jumessi, kicks back out Linstra. Thought about a 3. He'll just drive in on Kerr. Another fall away, Jay, and that one's good. A really nice in-between game for Griffin Linstra so far tonight, and really for his whole high school career.
That was his pet move in high school. He take so far and then jump over and get an easy basket.
Here comes Kimbrough once again. Half spin hook. Got it. That was a really nice move from Jared Kimbrough. And he draws ACI to within a point once again. Under 2 minutes to play in this first half. Here comes Wells once again. WCT running a similar set as last possession. Jamesi gets left open. Thought about the three, but Kimbrough closed out. Now just drives on and puts up the hook off glass just a little bit too strong. And Kimbrough grabs the rebound. Here comes Jones the other way. Just goes coast to coast with the burst and finish.
Burst of speed, right by the man, right to the basket, easy layup.
And ACI Robbins Nest takes the lead back once again. Here comes Wells. Oh, a nice pass to Jamesi. Floater gets it to go. As Fagan will bring it up, going to slow it down a little bit with a minute to go in the first half. Kerr to Jones, now to Kimbrough. And Jones will get it back with 13 on the shot clock as ACI resets. Kicks out Panzini. He'll take the triple from the corner. That one in and out. It was halfway down. And a rebound for WCT as they're looking to extend their lead headed into halftime. 40 seconds left. Wells drives in. Tough finish through Fagan. Gets it to fall. And now, about a 9-second difference between shot and game clock. ACI can go 2 for 1 as a lot of contact down low and on the perimeter. Panzini gets the offensive rebound, can't get it to fall, gets his own rebound. Now kicks out to Kimbrough, who had it poked away by Savoy. As ACI tried to get something to fall on one of their last possessions in this first half, couldn't get it to. But either way, they'll have 11 seconds left, so after the offensive rebound, a 5-second differential between shot and game clock as we got a little wet spot on the floor to clean up as Griffin Lindstrom will grab the mop. It's always fun to see who's going to be the one to grab it.
Lindstrom's so used to doing everything, it just comes natural to him.
Especially in this gym. So it's mopped up and 16.6 seconds on the clock for ACI Robbins Nest, 11 on the shot clock once again. It'll be Kimbrough to inbound just in front of the WCT Warriors bench as he gets it into Fagan. 10 on the shot clock now. Directing traffic offensively. Down to 5. Spins around. Nice defense by Wells. Puts it up anyways. That one won't go. Rebound comes to Wells. 4 seconds now to make something happen. Drives, kicks out. Ryan Savoy, 3 at the horn. No, it might have gotten blocked by Dwayne Jones. So that's how this first half will end. WCT Warriors takes a 3-point advantage in what has been a really fun first half.
That's what I love about this league. The competition's so evenly matched. You got a 52-49 halftime score. Looking forward to a great second half.
And if you want to see that second half, you should not go anywhere. 52-49, WCT Warriors leads ACI Robbins Nest. We'll be back in a few minutes after this halftime break for second half action coming up here from Manasquan High School. Welcome back to Manasquan High School. Second half action coming up for the first half of our Monday night JSBL doubleheader. WCT Warriors leads 52-49. Alec Cradamel here with Ron Cornegay, the league commissioner here. First off, Ron, I mean, you mentioned before we went to break, that was such a fun first half. What'd you like most out there?
Well, I like the competitiveness. Everybody was going after it. They played good defense. Guys were making great moves. But I tell you, what has to happen in the second half is the ball got to take over. He just hasn't done what he's capable of doing.
Yeah, not yet. Only 4 points in that first half. Also dealt with some foul trouble. But Ryan Savoy has not been dealing with any troubles whatsoever. He knocks down the three. He's got 12 points now, one shy of Andre Wells, who has the team lead with 13 and pushes it to a 6-point lead. That's the largest lead of the game for either team. 55-49 in the opening minute. Here's Dwayne Jones the other way. Kicks out Panzini in the corner. Now to Kimbrough. Nice pass to Micah Kerr. Catch and shoot triple. Left it short. But Kerr's knocked down a few three-pointers tonight. Here comes Wells the other way. Driving in, up and under. No, it looked like Fagan got a piece of it as he works the other way for ACI. Drives in, and a kick-out pass for Dwayne Jones. His corner three. That one off the rim and rebounded by Griffin Linstra. Leaves it for Wells. Thought about the triple. He'll drive in instead. Here comes Linstra. Has the size advantage over Fagan. Kicks out Quinn Peters. That three-pointer too strong, but it's strong enough that he gets his own rebound. Kicks back out for Wells, who gets left wide open in the corner. Can't take advantage as Dwayne Jones comes up with the board. A little over a minute in. Jones drives and gets it to go. Man, he is such a good driver. The way he can just get the ball off at any angle and knock it down. As here comes Linstra the other way. Savoy guarded by Jones. Kimbrough switches on after the Linstra screen. Kicks out Peters. Quinn Peters driving in. Fall away two. That one left short. Rebounded by Gio Panzini. Still a 6-point lead for WCT. Again, the largest of the game for either team. As Fagan finds Kimbrough. Directing traffic offensively, hands out Kerr. Now he kicks over to Jones, guarded by Savoy. Finds a cutting Gio Panzini. Backing down Linstra. Up and under. Got it.
Nice move by Panzini.
Pretty even matchup size-wise with Linstra, so he just worked around him. Good footwork and went up and under. Duvall, logo triple. Oh, that was halfway down and out. Peters, the offensive rebound. Kicks back out for Savoy, a fresh 14. Savoy will rise up, a contested two. Won't go. Good defense by Dwayne Jones. Kimbrough will bring it up himself. Driving in coast to coast. No, oh, he got fouled. And Duvall was going to block that one away, or he was trying to block that one away, as Kimbrough went flying all the way down the floor. They'll get Peters on the foul, and Kimbrough will head to the free throw line.
I thought it was on Jabal. That would have been his fourth, right?
That would have been a big fourth foul, especially this early. A little over 2 minutes in, or 2.5 minutes in to this third quarter, as Kimbrough's first free throw is up around the rim, and it won't go. But Kimbrough had a really good first half. 6 of 8 from inside the three-point line, 7 of 10 overall, 16 points, 5 rebounds. As his second shot's up, that one also won't go. Wells skies for the offensive rebound. He works the other way, and thought that would have been a foul. It was. It was the right call, just a little bit late of a whistle.
A little bit late, but absolutely the right call.
Kimbrough tried to wrap around and try to poke at the ball, but he got a little bit too much body contact. So side out for WCT as Savoy will get the inbound. One foul each on either team, 90 seconds into this third quarter. Savoy driving on Jones, reverse layup, no. Wells flies in for the offensive board and gets that one to fall. And again, he's not the tallest guy on the floor, but we see him come up with some pretty big rebounds. That's just effort. Here comes Kerr the other way. Gets it back to Fagan. Now top of the key for Dwayne Jones. Driving in, kicks out. Panzini got his defender in the air, drives in under the basket, kicks out Kerr. 6 on the shot clock. Kerr drives in, gets stonewalled by Peters, kicks out for Kimbrough. 1 on the shot clock, has to put up a 3, didn't get it off. Missed it anyways, but good defense by WCT and forcing a turnover.
That was excellent defense, forced them to the shot clock violation.
Really nice job from Peters, especially on Kerr as he was driving to the basket with the shot clock winding down, as Linstra will bring it up the other way for WCT. Working on Kimbrough, hands off to Wells, gets a screen from Savoy. Nice pocket pass, high floater over the outstretched arm of Kimbrough, too strong off back iron. Here comes Dwayne Jones the other way as Savoy pokes it out. Dwayne Jones had 12 points in that first half, has already added another layup to his total. He's had a really nice game tonight as well, as he usually does at one of the lead guard spots. It's Kimbrough working on Linstra. And we're getting a foul on Linstra as he was trying to contain him at the basket, which is not an easy task.
That's a very difficult matchup for Linstra, too. Linstra's about 6'4", 6'5". He's going up against a 6'9" player in Kimbrough.
As Jones gets it over to Kimbrough, who's guarded by Duval. Going to try to take advantage of that matchup. Goes up and under the rim and gets it to fall. And Duval, obviously with those 3 fouls, didn't want to commit his 4th, so didn't fully go at it. As he'll get it on the catch and shoot 3. Left that one way short. Just feet weren't set there and couldn't get it to fall. Left it short. Here comes Dwayne Jones the other way. Guarded by Linstra. Gets a screen from Kimbrough. And now he'll get the matchup onto Linstra once again. Linstra trying to fight back. Now cross-court pass to Panzini. Guarded by Wells. Driving in, puts up the layup. That one's good. A really nice move from Panzini. Just goes straight to the basket on Wells.
Well, he saw he had a smaller man in Wells, and he just took it to him, beat him to the basket for a layup.
And Kimbrough comes out of nowhere to poke it away from Duval and picks it up. As Fagan going the other way. Now Panzini. Jones gets it, driving in. Kicks out for Fagan, top of the key. Fakes the pass. Now kicks out to a wide-open Kimbrough. He fakes another pass down low. Goes up and under, and that one's good off the roll. As we're going to stoppage here, I believe there's another wet spot that needs to be mopped up from the previous possession. But all of a sudden, ACI Robins Nest with a 7-0 run, and now they are back in the lead once again. The 13th lead change of this game. So WCT will take over possession. Linstra to bring it up. Linstra hands off to Wells. Drives in on Fagan. Backing him down. Oh, what a no-look pass. Was just a little bit behind Linstra. Went off his hand and out of bounds as Tyreek Montgomery will check back in for ACI Robins Nest. Sam Fagan will take a seat.
That was an excellent look. He was open. He just threw a little bit behind him, and he couldn't control it.
Solid defense by ACI Robins Nest to keep up with that as well. Midway through the third quarter. And a 59-57 lead to ACI Robins Nest. They have not given up in this game at all. Kimbrough gives it right back to Jones. Now kicks out to Montgomery in the corner. Driving in. Oh, nice turnaround. Floater left it short. Rebound bounces up into the hands of Linstra. Working the break, kicks out Duval. Oh, he almost had the slam, but he got fouled on the way up. That would have been a highlight reel poster.
Had brought the house down on that one. That looked good.
The one-handed attempt. So Duval will head to the free throw line for 2. After this timeout, ACI Robins Nest surging to take the lead right back. We're midway through the third quarter here for the first half of our JSBL doubleheader. Don't go anywhere. More to come after this. Back here for this last half of this third quarter here at Manasquan High School, ACI Robins Nest has surged ahead to take a 59-57 lead. Alec Cradmill here with Ron Cornegay. Ron, how did ACI Robins Nest do it? How have they been able to fight back in this game?
I tell you, again, defensively they made some big stops and they made shots. I think the most important thing is they're stopping them. They get an opportunity to get the ball back on offense. But what I like is that they're getting the ball to everybody. It's not just one guy dominating the ball. It's being moved around. They're getting the good shots and they're finishing.
They've been reversing the ball a lot, especially on the driving kicks as Janoop Dubal knocks down both free throws. Some subs for WCT. Quinn Peters and Griffin Lindstrom both sit, and in their place come Tim Gianbala and Scott Jamesi. So Tyreek Montgomery bringing it up. Now over to Panzini. Now Kimbrough working on the elbow. Kicks back out for Jones. Now has a lane. Fakes the pass, drives in, leaves it off the rim. Offensive rebound for Kimbrough. Kicks back out Micah Kerr looking for another three. Can't get that one as he left it short. And the rebound by Andre Wells. Here he comes on the break. Leaves it for Jamesi. Leaves it for Dubal. He lays it up. No, he missed it. And that one just fell off the rim once again as here comes Kimbrough on the break working on Gianbala. Nice spin move, and he can't get that layup to go either.
Wow, 2 in a row. Easy layups, both misses.
And Gianbala got stripped. And it looks like it'll be ACI Robbins Nest ball as Lucas Orchard checks in for Micah Kerr, who will take a seat. That ball went off Gianbala before going out of bounds. As Kimbrough gets it back off the inbound, he'll just rise up from three, and that one way too strong. But Orchard, nice hustle play, comes in for the offensive rebound. And now ACI Robbins Nest will reset. Jones with a lane to the basket, got it.
Nice shot.
He can just flip it up at any angle.
That's his game. He loves going to the basket. If he had to take a three-pointer or going to the basket, he's going to the basket.
Here comes Dubal the other way. ACI Robbins Nest taking the lead back once again, but Dubal just ties it right back up once again. We're nearing double-digit lead changes and ties.
If he can get it going, I tell you, it's going to be a tough game for them.
He was fantastic in Wednesday's win over Seaview Jeep. Jones leaves it for Panzini. Catch and shoot triple. Once again, that one way off. Kimbrough tries to save it, gets it to Montgomery. Nice hustle play. Montgomery just pull up from two, and he got that one to fall. Tyreek Montgomery has been a great energy giver for ACI Robbins Nest off the bench.
Right guy in the right place at the right time.
He gets on the board for the first time tonight. Gianbala, guarded by Orchard. Now drives in on the block, puts up the finish through contact. Won't go, but he got fouled. They'll get Montgomery on that one. So Gianbala will head to the free throw line. He had the mismatch there and took advantage of it. Just under 3 minutes to go here in this third quarter. ACI Robbins Nest still hanging on to that 2-point lead.
I tell you, before the game, Greg Kapalko and I were talking, and we said this was going to be a very good ball game. And it lived up to the hype.
Absolutely, it has so far. As Sam Fagan will check back in for Gio Panzini. Gianbala, the first free throw just fell out, so he'll have one more. Left the second free throw short, but a nice play by Jamesi to tip it back to Dubal. Here comes Savoy with the on the offensive glass. Gianbala gets it back. Once again, the size advantage over Orchard. Kicks back out Savoy. 5 on the shot clock. Driving it on Fagan. Rises up and lays it in. And that, once again, that possession was made by Scott Jamesi, working on the offensive glass to tip it out. We're tied back up at 63 all with 2.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Here comes Dwayne Jones the other way. Kicks out Fagan. Jones will get it right back. Driving it on Jamesi. Now he finds Orchard. Orchard over to Kimbrough at the elbow. Orchard gets it back. 2 on the shot clock. Got to put one up. Puts up a 2-pointer. That one's left short. Dubal skies for the rebound. Here comes WCT looking to take the lead back once again. Driving on Kimbrough. He'll bring it out. As he goes right at Kimbrough. The floater's up, and that one's good. And Ron, just like you mentioned, he's got to take over, and Janoop Dubal has definitely done so the last few minutes.
I like that. He sees his opportunities. He's taking them right away.
Been aggressive as Jones dribbles it off of Ryan Savoy, so ACI Robbins Nest will retain possession. Fagan guarded by Dubal. Gets a screen. Driving in. Fall away Jay. Just out. Gianbala with a nice defensive rebound, and here comes WCT the other way. Just looking to expand on the lead. Here comes Wells driving straight at Tyreek Montgomery. Stops at the baseline, finds Jamesi, and they'll reset with 10 on the shot clock. Savoy, top of the key, guarded by Dwayne Jones. Savoy driving in, steps back, pulls up for the mid-range. Can't get that one to fall. Montgomery gets the rebound. Fagan working the other way in transition. Leaves it for Montgomery. Thought about the three, almost left his feet, but just barely stayed on the ground. Working on Andre Wells. Nice spin move. Floats it up. No. Gets his own offensive rebound. 10 on the shot clock. Tries to find a cutting Lucas Orchard, but it's taken away by Savoy. Here comes WCT the other way. Nice bounce pass. And no, layup won't go, but he got blocked by Kimbrough, and they'll call a foul.
I hope nobody got hurt on that play. That was an excellent play by Kimbrough to stop that basket, but he looked like he may have hurt himself.
Yeah, it looks like he'll get up all right. So Duval will head to the free throw line with 57.5 seconds on the clock as Micah Kerr was going to check in for him, but Kimbrough just kind of waved off Kerr, and head coach Joe Fagan giving him the thumbs up, saying, I'm all right.
I tell you what's interesting, if you look at the foul shooting situation, both teams have missed a lot of foul shots.
Duval, not to cut you off, but Duval's been excellent. He knocks down another one. But yeah, that could definitely determine a game at the free throw line. You leave him on the board. Duval does not do that, and he knocks down both free throws for the second consecutive trip. So a 4-point lead for WCT. And 53 seconds on the clock. Fagan wasn't ready for the pass, but he brought it in anyways. Gets it over to Kimbrough. Drives on Jamesi. Savoy made a poke at it as, oh, what a pretty move as Kimbrough. Not sure if that was how he drew it up, but he got it to fall anyways. It's back to a 2-point game. Here's John Bala. Goes up and under. Blocked by Kimbrough, and they're going to get a foul, and ACI Robinsons can't believe it. Even the bench.
That surprised me. I thought he had got in. I thought he had a good block. But that's why you have officials for the game.
Exactly. Might have gotten a little bit too much contact on the wrist on the block attempt.
Mm-hmm.
John Bala will head to the free throw line for two with 33.6 seconds on the clock, trying to expand on the lead. As that first one won't go. And yeah, like you mentioned, a lot of points left at the free throw line for either team.
I think that's his third miss in a row.
Yeah, he made his first two.
Mm-hmm.
And then missed the next two and has missed this one. Let's see if he can even back out. That he does. He knocks down the second free throw, so 3 for 6.
Good job.
On the night. 9-second difference between shot and game clock. Jones is going to run some clock off as he finally picks it up. They can go 2 for 1 here if they so choose. As Jones says, yes, I will, but he misses the shot. Here comes Savoy the other way. Case had 2 balls. Rises through, and that one blocked away by Montgomery. Oh, wow.
Wow, Montgomery.
He has been a force defensively tonight.
Like you said, he's all over the place.
Just a high-energy guy, and 20 on the shot clock. Here comes WCT, Andre Wells, and shot clock and game clock are basically even, so WCT can hold for the final shot if they so choose. Wells working on Montgomery. Gets a screen from Jamesi, drives in. Kimbrough blocks another one away, but an offensive rebound for Jamesi. Puts it back up. No, but he got fouled. Kimbrough has been a beast at the rim in this third quarter.
Absolutely, but Jaceki, that guy is all over the place. He loves to rebound.
He does, and he's gotten a few really important offensive rebounds as well, and he gets rewarded for his efforts with a trip to the free throw line with 2.6 seconds on the clock. He had 4 points and 2 rebounds, 1 offensive, 1 defensive in the first half. Now he'll shoot 2. First one's up and gets the roll. So a 2-possession lead for WCT Warriors with 2 seconds left in the third quarter. Jamesi's second free throw is up, and that one's good. Now a last chance opportunity in this third quarter as Jones will get it back. The half-court heave is up in time, and off the backboard it won't go. So an exciting third quarter ends with ACI, or with WCT Warriors, with a 5-point lead. And I mean, before this third quarter, the biggest lead was 4, but either way, both teams found a way to stay in it.
Well, I think that team, Robbins Nest will come back and get back into the game because they know how to play it and they like each other. They like to give each other the ball. They're very unselfish. And when you got players like that, you get good shots.
More on their story coming up after this. Fourth quarter action coming up in the first half of our doubleheader. Don't miss out. It's a 5-point game. Fourth quarter coming up and just about to get underway here for our first half of our JSBL doubleheader. ACI Robins Nest with WCT Warriors with a 5-point lead over ACI Robins Nest. The lead's changed so many times I can't even keep track of who's in front. But it's WCT right now. Tyreek Montgomery thought about a three, kicked it over to Sam Fagan. A little bit too much mustard on that one, and that's out of bounds for a turnover. Here comes.
That's being a little bit too unselfish. You got to take that three when you get it.
Exactly. It's not always a bad thing to pass up, as Savoy's three won't go. It's not always a bad thing to take your own good shot. Obviously, you want to find a great shot, but if you got a good one, take it. As here comes Jones, leaves that for Montgomery. Not going to make that same mistake again, and can't knock it down. Duball the rebound. And here comes Andre Wells, driving the other way. Just gets past Montgomery, but got stripped. Montgomery making another impact play on the defensive end. Here comes Jones, full head of steam, lays it up. No! Duball didn't get a hand on the shot, but he got a hand on the backboard. Now here comes Wells, driving baseline, as leaves Duball wide open for three. That one off the iron. Now another fast break for ACI. Here comes Jones, lays it high up in the air. No, but Savoy heavily impacted that shot. And now Janoop Duball will slow it down for WCT.
That was a great effort by Savoy. I mean, he could have stayed back, let him have the layup, but he stayed tough, went after it, made him miss.
Duball's three was halfway down and out. Fagan responding on the other end and got it to go. It's back to a one-possession game once again off the three from Fagan.
Here we go again.
Exactly. It's been a fast-moving fourth quarter already, even in just the first 90 seconds. Here comes Wells. Leaves it for Quinn Peters, who had a really strong first half. Off the fake, floats it up. No. Montgomery with the rebound. He wants to run, as does the rest of ACI Robins Nest. Leaves it for Jones. Catch and shoot three-pointer. That one won't go, but it's rebounded by Jemesi of WCT. Here comes Ryan Savoy. He'll just float this one up. Too strong off back iron. And it's rebounded by Dwayne Jones. Still a two-point game as Montgomery bounced past to Fagan. Left open from three. Late contest from Savoy. Doesn't matter. Sam Fagan gives ACI Robins Nest the lead right back once again.
As I said, they'd be back.
That's the 15th lead change of this game. Here comes Duball the other way, guarded by Jones, and now Kerr switches onto him. Puts up the floater and got it to go off the glass.
He is really being aggressive this second half.
Yeah, he has. Only had 4 points, or 2 points in the first half, and then 4 points in the opening minutes of the third quarter, and then kind of took over from there offensively.
Yep.
Here comes Dwayne Jones, just left it short. Don't see him miss too many of those. Here comes Jemesi the other way. Leaves that for Quinn Peters, who's just going to float it up off glass and got it. WCT Warriors using the glass. That's why it's there, as they take a 3-point lead in the opening 3 minutes. Fagan looking for the tie. That one almost down, but not in. Duball going to slow it down. I'm sure he's thinking about just pulling up from three, but he'll drive on Montgomery instead, backing him down, has the size advantage. Great cut to or great pass to a cutting Andre Wells, who leaves it for Quinn Peters, who knocks down the three. Now it's a 6-point lead, and WCT starting to knock down some of their threes. As Montgomery thought about a deep triple, almost lost his footing, drives in, and left the layup short, but he got fouled beforehand. They'll get Quinn Peters on the foul.
Quinn has really given him a big lift. He got 5 points in a row, got that lead back up to 6.
Yeah, he's knocked down some really big shots. So Montgomery has 2 points but 6 rebounds. Also has 2 assists and 2 steals. So he has been really impactful as he gets that one to fall. He's been really impactful in this game, even if he's not leading the team in scoring.
He just knows how to play. You know, he comes in, he knows his role, he knows his job. He put a great effort in all the time to help the team win.
And he knocks down both free throws to cut it to a 4-point game as Gio Panzini checks back in for Dwayne Jones. 6:40 to go here in this one. Andre Wells working on the wing. Kicks out to Ball. Thought about the three on Panzini. Crosses over. Some solid defense from Panzini. Duball steps back now, drives, lays it up. Oh, he couldn't get the finish. Had a step on Panzini, but couldn't get it to fall as Panzini recovered nicely. Here comes Fagan the other way. Kerr thought about a three. He's knocked down a few of those tonight. Now gets it to Montgomery, driving in. And that one blocked away by Savoy from behind. Here comes Andre Wells in transition. He'll pull it out. Kicks out Peters. Another three. That one too strong. Rebounded by Kerr. And over to Panzini. Now ACI Robins Nest looking to run down by 4. Oh, what a pretty pass to Tyreek Montgomery. And he got blocked. Ryan Savoy once again. Now a 2-on-1 break. Jemesi up and under, no, and Kerr gets whistled for a foul. Man, Ryan Savoy, speaking of defense, has played some fantastic defense tonight.
I think he's had about 4 block shots. I mean, he just plays hard all the time, and he's always aggressive. Play's never over. He's always going to make the effort to get to the play.
Even when it seemed like it was wide open, he has had a ton of impactful, even if he's not blocking the shot, impacting it. As Jemesi's first free throw is up, and it's good.
You know how difficult it is to block a 3? He's done it twice today, right?
Exactly. As Dwayne Jones will check back in, as does Jarrett Kimbrough. Taking a seat is Tyreek Montgomery and Sam Fagan. Trying to push it back to a 6-point game, and Jemesi does just that. 79-73, 5:50 to go. In this fourth quarter, it's been a really fun first game. Here comes Jones the other way, working on Jemesi. Leaves it for Kimbrough. Almost picked off by Savoy, who tipped it away, but went right to Kerr, who knocks down the 3. How about that swing? Kerr has knocked down a few triples tonight.
He's made a number of threes in this game, and big ones at that.
Here comes Andre Wells the other way. We're back to a one-possession game. Jemesi leaves it for Andre Wells. Working in the paint on Kimbrough. And he'll just bring this one back out. 6 on the shot clock. Has Kimbrough isolated on the perimeter. Finds Savoy. Catch and shoot 3. That one just left just short. Rebound tipped and brought in by Kimbrough. Here comes Panzini on the break. 2-hand slam. Gio Panzini runs the break and makes it a 1-point game.
That's a great pass by Kimbrough. Rebound, quick outlet for a dunk.
1-point game halfway through this fourth quarter. Duval gets it to Jemesi, gets it right back, catch and shoot 3, and that one won't go. Jemesi tips it back out to Savoy, who gets the offensive rebound. Picks up his dribble at the free throw line, 10 on the shot clock. Now Andre Wells steps back, he'll try a 3 of his own, falls over and knocks it down. Back to a 4-point lead. Man, that was impressive from Andre Wells. Here comes Dwayne Jones, now Kimbrough. The 1-2 game with those two has worked really well all game long and all season long. Here comes Panzini, leaves it for Micah Kerr, gets that one to fall.
Great assist. That's a nice pass by Panzini.
Put it right where Kerr was going, and right where only he could get it. Duval thought about another deep 3, steps back, now trying to go rock the yo-yo on Panzini. Kicks out Jemesi, thought about a 3, 10 on the shot clock. Needs some help, just rises up, got it. Jemesi's really solid in that 4-foot range where he can just kiss off the glass. And once again, back to a 4-point lead. Under 4 minutes to play. Finds Kerr with Wells on him. Size mismatch taken advantage of as Micah Kerr takes it back down to a 2-point game.
Again, a great pass and assist. Panzini inside for an easy layup.
This ACI Robinson's team, a really great passing team. Duval, deep, triple, left that one short. And that'll go the other way with a 2-point game. 3:33 on the clock. If you're thinking of leaving the stream now, you're making a big mistake. 84-82, WCT Warriors leads. 3:33 to go. Final 3.5 minutes coming up after this break. Back here at Manasquan High School, final 3:33 coming up, 84-82 WCT Warriors lead. But AC Robin's Nest hanging around, and a lot of that is the Neptune connections, as Bob Batters from Shore Sports Insider had a great story on so many of these guys. Played for at Neptune High School. Obviously, Joe Fagan, the head coach for ACI Robinson, the head coach there as well. Sam on the team handling the ball right now. So many Neptune connections. And you can tell on the court that these guys really know each other and know how to play with each other. As here comes Fagan, going under the basket, drives baseline, kicks out. Dwayne Jones drives in, up and under layup. Oh, we got the English on that one.
That's
we are tied.
Move. That's a great move. He's fearless when he goes to the basket.
Absolutely. We are tied at 84 with 3 minutes to play. This one's shaping up to be a photo finish as Dubois gets the entry pass. Kicks back out to Wells, who drives past Kerr, lays it up and in, and gives WCT the lead back. Wells so dangerous off the dribble. He's such a quick first step. Here comes Jones. Tries to get it to Kimbrough, brings it in, drives, lays it up, and a foul.
What a finish. Kimbrough.
Another guy who just is able to do whatever he wants at the rim. And now Kimbrough has a chance to give ACI Robins Nest the lead once again. They'll get Savoy in the foul. It's his first.
But both teams are going to their guys, the key guys at the end of the game. You got 2 minutes, 43 seconds to go. And the key players are the ones that should be getting the ball now to finish it if you want to win.
Absolutely. Kimbrough, and you can say Jones as well for ACI Robins Nest, and a guy like Andre Wells for WCT, also Janoop Dubois, who's gotten his own possessions on these last few minutes as well.
That's important.
As the free throw is up, off the rim, and won't go as Panzini tried to fight with Dubois for the offensive rebound. Dubois wins that battle, and WCT will get possession. Great fight from Panzini, though. Here comes Savoy looking to give WCT the lead right back. We're still tied at 86. Oh, what a hop step power move. Drives in, left it a little bit too strong. Rebound Panzini. Here comes Fagan. Working quickly, leaves it for Kerr. Another three-pointer, needs it, and left it short. Dubois the rebound. Long rebound, working the other way now. Crosses over. It went off his hand, I think. And that's a turnover. And Joe Fagan will call a timeout for ACI Robins Nest. We'll keep it here for this one. I mean, 86-86, 2:14 to play. We'll finally bring you to the broadcast booth. Alec Cradamel here with Ron Cornegay, the league commissioner here. This has been a fantastic game, and we are certainly set for a photo finish.
There's no doubt about it. I think what's happening right now is everybody's getting excited. Jabal was a little bit too much in a hurry. You take your time. You got 30 seconds. Take your time. Get the shot that you want instead of pushing it. And I think he kind of did it a little bit too fast, lost control. But again, 86-point game right now with 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Very exciting.
In this ACI Robins Nest huddle, what do you think? What do you think they're drawing up right now offensively with this possession?
Oh, they're going to go to. If it's me, I'm going to Kimbrough.
It's a pretty smart decision, in my opinion, as well.
And like you said, that's a Neptune connection. They got their guys. You know who the key guys are. I'm sure he'll get it to Kimbrough.
So both teams breaking the huddle. The five on the floor. First for WCT, Andre Wells, Ryan Savoy, Janoop Dubois, Quinn Peters, and Scott Gemesi. The five on the floor for ACI Robins Nest, Sam Fagan, Dwayne Jones, Gio Panzini, Jarrett Kimbrough, and Micah Kerr. So here comes ACI Robins Nest, still a tie game with 2:15 and counting to play. As Jones bringing it up against Savoy, kicks out Kerr. Looking for a man to pass to, gets it over to Jones. 10 on the shot clock. Screen from Kimbrough. Finds Panzini. Open corner three. Just left it short. That was almost a really good look. Gemesi gets the board. And now WCT with their own chance to take the lead back with under 2 minutes to play. Wells works around a Gemesi screen. Now kicks out to ball in the wing. Drives in at the elbow. Kicks out. Gemesi catch, shoot, triple. Got it. That's a huge three from Scott Gemesi. He's had a great game tonight on the boards, and he gets that three to fall to give WCT the lead. 90 seconds to play. Fagan over to Jones. Working on Gemesi. He's got a mismatch with the handle. Kicks out Panzini. Now over to Kerr. Finds Fagan open on the wing. He'll take the three for the tie. Got it! Sam Fagan ties this game back up at 89.
This is exciting.
It really is, as we are at a minute 10 to play. Andre Wells drives in, got fouled, and to the disbelief of Sam Fagan, he'll get whistled for the foul, and Andre Wells will head to the free throw line. Jarrett Kimbrough giving the symbol for the VAR in soccer, and Gio Panzini giving the finger twirl for the challenge in the NBA. We got multiple different replay systems they're calling for after that foul. Wells with a minute and 9 seconds on the clock gives WCT the lead with the first free throw. And again, after this game, stay tuned. We'll have our interview with our JSBL star of the game, which could go to any one of a bunch of guys on either team. It's been a really fun game as well. Second free throw is good, and now it's a 2-point lead for WCT Warriors. 1:09 on the clock. Dwayne Jones going to let it roll to save some time.
End of the game always comes down to foul shots. Well, dropped his 2 foul shots in.
Absolutely, as Jones drives in, kicks out Fagan, 3 for the lead. That one off the rim, and it won't go. Peters with a big defensive rebound, and he'll get it right back to the go-to guy, Andre Wells. Wells driving in, hard contest by Fagan. No, but an offensive rebound by Jamesi. Now tries to kick out, but it's taken away by Kerr. And now a chance to tie or take the lead for ACI Robins Nest. Panzini over to Jones. 39 seconds, drives, so the layup, no, but he's fouled by Dubal. So Dwayne Jones, 2 free throws to tie the game with an opportunity here with 37.4 seconds on the clock. Jamesi still wasn't too happy that he didn't draw a foul on the kick-out pass that got stolen.
That was a surprise. He got that rebound, but he had no control. He was falling out of bounds. He had to get it in and was hoping one of his players would be in position to get it.
Jones, the first free throw just rims out, so ACI Robins Nest can't tie the game on free throws. Second one coming up.
End of the game is all about foul shots.
That it is. Second free throw is up, and it's good, but it's a 1-point game. 37.4 seconds on the clock as Andre Wells will bring it up. ACI Robins Nest can play straight up here. There's a 14-second difference between shot and game clock. Wells guarded by Fagan, looking to take some time off the clock. Now Jamesi, top of the key, hands off Savoy. Driving in on Kimbrough, leaves it for Jamesi, puts up the layup, got it. Huge insurance bucket, now a shot clock off. ACI Robins Nest has a chance to tie, leaves it for Panzini, game-tying 3. No, but he stepped on the line anyways.
Stepped out of bounds.
That's been a real tough adjustment for some of these players as this season has gone on with the new 3-point line, the NBA range 3-point line, as we had a whistle before the inbounds pass.
And there's a timeout.
Yeah, Josh Peters is going to call timeout, try to strategize here. 93-90, 13.2 seconds on the clock. Panzini, missed the 3 anyways, but he was also out of bounds. Tough turnover in the final seconds, and now ACI Robins Nest has no choice but to foul here.
Yeah, they got a foul, but I tell you that, the step out of bounds at the end of the game, that is crucial. You cannot step out of bounds. You got to know where you are at all times. That 3-point line creates a big division because you're used to having that high school 3-point line. Now you got the NBA 3-point line. And you think you got all the room in the world, step on the line.
Absolutely. So 13.2 on the clock. Obviously the strategy for WCT, just get the ball in by any means necessary, draw the foul, and knock down your free throws.
That's the key. But you know what's interesting? Gisecki, the last 3 or 4 minutes of the game, hits the big 3, gets a big layup inside among those trees. He's played very, very well.
Yeah, definitely one of those guys that has an argument for being our star of the game. You could go really, I would say it's 6 or 7 guys that could be
Absolutely.
That could earn that distinction. And with the ball advancing, it gives WCT an advantage. It'll be Ryan Savoy to inbound, 13.2 seconds on the clock. Gets it into Andre Wells, who draws the foul from Gio Panzini. And Andre Wells will head to the free throw line for 2 crucial free throws. We saw a few seconds ago he knocked both of his down pretty cleanly.
He's the guy we want on the foul line at the end of the ball game.
Absolutely. Time and time again, he's proven that. Knocks down the first, and that's a big one. It gives a WCT a 4-point lead.
But you know what it is? He's used to that. Being a point guard, the ball's in your hands all the time at the end of the game, and guess who's going to get fouled? The point guard. He's got to make these foul shots.
Well prepared for those big moments. Trying to make it a true 2-possession game, and he does just that. And we'll get a timeout from ACI Robins Nest. With 12.3, once again, 12.3 seconds on the clock. It's a 5-point game. It's not looking good, but the game is not over yet. What's the strategy coming out of the timeout here?
I think you got to get a quick shot, score, let them get the ball in bounds, foul again, put them on the foul line again.
Yeah, you
hopefully they'll miss the foul shots.
You don't need a three-pointer here necessarily. Obviously, you have an open one, then you take it, but you don't necessarily need one, as either way, a 2 or a 3 keeps it a one-possession game.
Well, I would take a 2. You want to finish right away. Whatever shot you get right away, if it's a 2, take it. Don't worry about whether you get a 3 or not.
Yeah, first good shot you can find, take that one.
Absolutely.
So 95-90, first half of our doubleheader. It's been a fantastic game. And the second half coming up a few minutes after this one, Seaview Jeep taking on Larson Ford. Another really solid game that should be a good one as well. But 12.3 seconds left in this one. With the timeout, ACI Robbins Nest advances the ball down by 5. 95-90, 12.3 seconds left on the clock. It'll be Dwayne Jones to inbound. Looking for a man. He's got Kimbrough. Clock ticking, 10 seconds. Kimbrough with the spin move. Kicks out for Jones. Got to put a shot up. Puts up the step back triple. Oh, and he got the shooter's bounce. Off the back of the rim, it just falls in.
Wow, that ball died on the rim and went in.
And with 3.9 seconds on the clock, we're going to get a whistle. And I'm not sure if there was a timeout.
I thought it was a timeout.
It definitely was a 3. There's no way it was close to a 2-pointer.
No, it was a 3. He was way behind the line.
And, yeah, it'll be a timeout here as Josh Peters is going to try to advance the ball. I can't say that that's how I thought that play was going to go.
No, me either.
But you know what? Dwayne Jones, one of your top scorers, you give him the ball in the big moments, and he delivered on that possession. It looks like they're adjusting the clock. 4.3 now on the clock, so about a half a second more than it was before. It was previously at 3.9. And once again, I think the primary target coming out of the timeout for WCT is going to be Andre Wells. Get him the ball and see if he can either run out the clock or draw a foul. ACI Robbins has to put in Tyreek Montgomery to counter that. Montgomery's done a really good job sticking with Wells, so that's the strategy here. Just get someone who can stick with him and potentially make a play at the ball.
Yeah, put anybody on the foul line except Wells. He's been doing that all of his life. Everybody else is not used to that. I would put one of those other guys on the foul line.
So it'll be Savoy to inbound. Same 5 on the floor for both teams. And here we go. 4.3 seconds left. Savoy to inbound. Finds Wells. Clock ticking at 3 and 2. And Wells draws the foul. You can try all you want to contain him. He's just too quick.
He's just too quick. What's that expression? Speed kills.
And that's exactly what it's doing in these last couple of minutes. So Wells will go to the line for 2. He's been excellent in this final minute at the free throw line. Knocked down his last 4 straight. And gets the shooter's roll there, man. It was a little dicey, but he got the shooter's roll. Back to a 3-point game. 2.5 seconds on the clock. If he can knock this one down, it makes life a whole lot harder for ACI Robbins Nest. Trying to make it a 4-point game. It's up, and he got it. And somehow ACI Robbins Nest had another timeout. They had 2 in the final 2 minutes, so they'll take one more. 2.5 seconds on the clock. You're down by 4. I think now you need a 3.
Well, now I don't think there's anything you can do to get. You got a 4-point lead with 2.5 seconds if you make the 3. And they can't have any more timeouts. They've taken a lot of timeouts.
Yeah, it's their last one within the final 2 minutes. And if you're Josh Peters, you're just saying put some pressure on the inbound, and if someone puts up a 3, just back away. Do not foul them.
If it goes in, that's okay.
We'll take the 1-point win over potentially putting a guy at the free throw line.
No, it surprised me. I don't know what you think, but what surprised me is Kimbrough didn't get the ball in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah,
he took a shot.
That was surprising to me, too. As Lucas Orchard will check into the game for Gio Panzini. Jones will inbound once again. 2.5 seconds on the clock. Jones looking for an inbound. Finds Kimbrough. Puts it up and in. 0.7 on the clock. Down to a 2-point game. And we're going to get another clock adjustment. It's 97-95. ACI Robbins is obviously going to be arguing there should be more time on the clock.
They don't have any timeouts left, evidently.
And I don't believe either team has any, as they both used timeouts in the last 2 minutes. They're going to put 1.1 second on the clock. So 97-95, and apparently Josh Peters does have another timeout because he just took it. It's been a fantastic game, but this finish has slowed down a little bit. Both teams strategizing to the very end. We'll bring it back to the broadcast booth for our last timeout. Surely the last timeout that either team has. 97-95, and I'm sure once again the play call is going to be the same. Get the ball to Andre Wells, no matter what.
Just get it in bounds right now. I mean, I think the game's over. 2-point game. Even if they got the ball, they've got to get it on that end. That's a difficult shot.
Yeah, I think at this point, I think it might be a little, you're right, I think it might be a little too late to worry about anything other than just getting the ball in. Even if you get it in, just throw it up in the air and let the clock run out.
And the advantage you have as well is you can throw it back court the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, with the advance after the timeout.
Mm-hmm.
Jeep and Larson forward hanging around a little bit, waiting for their game to tip off a little bit after this one. Be sure to stick around for that one as well. But here, 1.1 seconds left, 97-95 lead for the WCT Warriors, looking to fend off feisty ACI Robbins Nest team that have answered the bell every single time. 1.1 on the clock. They put Griffin Linstra in the game. WCT does in place of Jamesi. He'll be the inbounder. Savoy, Wells, Peters, and Dubois are the other 4 on the court for WCT. So Linstra to inbound. And once again, the Jimmy's made so many great memories. Linstra gets it in and finds Wells. And somehow, only 0.2 seconds came off the clock. Wells drew the foul with 0.9 left.
I thought he almost called the foul prior to the play.
Yeah, that would have been
to
crucial.
The possession.
That would have been crucial, away from the ball foul.
And they would have got the ball back after the foul shot, so it wouldn't have mattered.
So 0.9 on the clock. Andre Wells can ice this game with 2 made free throws. He still has to make both of them. Andre Wells wanted a technical on Dwayne Jones, who gave him a little bump when he was making his way into the free throw line formation. First shot from Wells is up, and that one's good. Ice water in his veins. 98-95 lead. 0.9 seconds on the clock, and with this one, Wells can pretty much end this game. Shots up, and it's good. And a 99-95 lead, 0.9 seconds on the clock. Kimbrough looking to inbound. He will roll it over to Tyreek Montgomery. His full court heave is no good, and a fantastic game comes to a close, 99-95. ACI Robbins Nest falls to the WCT Warriors, who advanced to 2-2 on the season. Ron, what a fantastic game one to kick off this doubleheader.
Oh, great game. And again, I told you before the game, Greg Crawford and I were talking about it, and we said this is going to be a very good game, better than I thought it would be. Absolutely. Exciting from beginning to end.
Yeah, really neither team was able to pull away much late, but WCT takes the win. So that'll do it for the coverage of our first game tonight. Second game coming up soon. But before that, we'll have our interview with the JSBL star of the game, which might be Andre Wells. It looks like it will be, as he's heading over here. So we'll get our interview up and running in just a minute. Don't go anywhere. More to come from the Jersey Shore Basketball League. Alec Crowdhimmel back here for the Jersey Shore Basketball League with our JSBL star of the game, WCT Warriors Andre Wells. Put up a game-high 28 points as well as 7 rebounds and 6 assists. Andre, first off, I mean, really working off the dribble a lot in this game as you usually do. How'd you feel out there today?
Felt good. When I started today, I was thinking I was about to play bad. But as we got into our flow, started getting a little buckets, making some assists, felt good.
Was there a moment in the game when you really felt like things were turning around for you, even if you didn't come in feeling the best today?
I think it's my teammates, really, because anytime I'm doing bad or anything, I got some nice guys to always pick me up. So they really get me going.
Fantastic game. Really went down to the wire, and neither team was really able to get a huge lead. I mean, the biggest lead of the game was 6 points for you guys early on in that third quarter. How much fun is it to play in games like that where no matter what, it's just always close?
It's always fun, man. I mean, the more competitive it is, of course it's going to be. You know, like we fought to the end, and we gave it our all, so we got to pull it through.
And obviously you had some big free throws late in the game as well in the final minute. When you're up at the free throw line with a big spot like you were later on in that game, I mean, what's the feeling? Is it just pure calm? You know that you have the confidence to knock him down, and you did that. Is that the feeling that you have?
Yes, I feel like it's a lot of time in the gym. I give credit to my dad because he's somebody who pressured me the most about making all my free throws. No matter if I'm missing and making it, keep getting shots up and keep going, because moments like these is where they come the biggest.
And after falling in the first 2 games of the season, you guys have rebounded and won 2 straight. First a blowout and then one in the final minute. I mean, how do you feel like this team is gaining confidence as it goes on?
I think we always had the confidence, even from last year. It's just the thing with us is a lot of guys. We struggle getting guys to actually come sometimes. So playing with 5 or 6 against some teams that we play against 10 or 11, it's much harder. But you see, when we get at least 7 to 8, or like last game, I think we had 11, it makes a big difference.
And you did just that tonight. I mean, Andre, I guess last question, what have you been up to lately? How's basketball been outside of the JSBL? What have you been up to?
So I just graduated William Patterson, so I'm really looking to play overseas. I got a showcase coming up in Las Vegas that I'm looking to go to, so the goal is to play overseas, and if anybody can help me, please do, because I definitely do need it.
Well, good luck to you, Andre. 28-6-7 and a win for the WCT Warriors. Andre, congrats on a great game, and best of luck the rest of the season, and best of luck wherever basketball may take you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.